So the other day I was meeting with a client and I made an offhanded comment about how I took a video and converted it into an article for my blog, and it only took me a few minutes. Needless to say, they were floored. I started getting peppered with questions about the tools, the process, how I was able to do it so quickly. And finally I was like, hold on. Let me just make a quick video that walks you through the steps. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through my process and the 5 key elements you need to turn your show into an article for your website. Hi, I'm Maurice A. Davis, and I work with professional services in helping them launch a show in 30 days so they can get a flood of customers without the need of cold calling or spammy marketing tactics. So this process actually lives in step 7 of my 9-step 6-figure show launch process. So the first thing that we have to understand about this is where people mess up. And oftentimes, the process of converting a piece of content into something else is actually thought about on the back end after the content has been created. Picking the right format is actually the first key element to how to take your show and turn it into a blog post. You may not realize it, but in this show, I have it broken down into some key segments and key sections. So when I go to create my blog post, I know where each of the headlines and subheadlines sit because I've already scripted out the show. I've already outlined the show in order to make it easier for me later. So the first step is actually picking the right format. The second piece is having the right transcription tools. I have seen other creators recommend things like rev.com and Otter and all these other pieces, but the truth is the right tool will make the process of turning your audio or video into text so much simpler. I personally record and then transcribe most of my videos inside of Descript because it just makes it easier for me. I'm not affiliated with them, but it's just a tool that I use. And by finding a tool that streamlines your workflow, you're more likely to be successful with the process because you're not waiting for somebody to manually transcribe, or you're not waiting for a piece of content to go through the automatic transcription. The faster we can create certain elements and the easier we can make the workflow, the more likely you will be successful. The third piece the second tool that I use is actually some sort of AI in order to take my transcript and turn it into the blog post, or at least the outline for the blog post. Many times I will take my transcript and use AI in order to write the blog or to write the article, and then go back in and make the necessary changes that I feel like I need to make in order for the article or blog post to fit me. The good news is, because you've already used a transcription of your words and your voice, the article that comes out is modeled after what you have already wanted to create. And the more you work with your AI tools, your AI models, the better they'll be. One that is probably the best for this right now is having the Plus version of Chat GPT, because you can train your own GPT or chatbot around the model that you want to create and the tone of voice that you want to use to be able to get the best possible output for you. And the last tool that I use is some sort of design tool. You will need thumbnails for YouTube. You'll need images for your blog posts. You'll need images for all types of stuff. And so for me, the design tool that I like the most is Canva. And not because it's free, but because it's easy. I actually use the Plus version of Canva. Again, I'm not affiliated with them. It's just the tool that I find to be the most simple. And remember that the key to being successful with this process is simplifying your workflow so that it's easier for you, so that you're more likely to do it over a long-term basis. By having simpler tools, it also means in the future when you need to offload or train someone, it's much easier and faster for you to train that person on that process. And then the last piece that we really care about is having a blog template or a blog structure. Whenever you are writing, you want to know, what are the things that I want to have in my blog? For me, it's a headline. I need some creative, so a video, an image. I need about 500 words of text. And then depending on the type of article that I'm writing, I'll oftentimes have some sort of FAQ and then a call to action. Those are the 5 elements of the articles that I write. And so when I'm transcribing my videos to articles, I know that those 5 elements need to be included. If you're in a position where you want to launch your own show, but you're feeling a little stuck, go ahead and set up a complimentary call by clicking the link below, and we'll walk you through each step so that you have a clear path to getting your show started. Outside of that, stay out here, one of y'all.